Hi, my name is Courtney Cook. I live in Chicago and I am an author and illustrator who's extremely passionate about destigmatizing mental health. I recently published a memoir titled The Way She Feels, My Life on the Borderline in Pictures and Pieces, which is an illustrated look at what it's like to live with borderline personality disorder, which is something that I was diagnosed with when I was 23. I think that mental health really matters because it's a big part of our lives and it deeply impacts every single thing you do day to day. I see these Instagram infographics and I think it's amazing that people are having more information about this, especially in COVID when isolation has really brought out mental health issues for a lot of people and struggles. However, it is something that has existed as long as anything has existed, I believe, and that it's so important to be aware of not only in times of hardship, but in times of when you're doing well, because then you can be prepared if things kind of go south and you can be ready and help yourself or help others that you might encounter who are also struggling. I think that in order to break down stigma and to help sort of normalize or at least start conversations around mental health, I think what we have to do is start those conversations and be willing to be a little bit uncomfortable in our vulnerability, knowing that the people who care for us will still love us and care for us even more so and be so grateful that we shared. I think that in order to break down barriers to mental health, we one have to continue having conversations about mental health, regardless of whether it appears as if someone needs that conversation in the moment. As I stated earlier, I don't think that mental health is something you should only think about when you're struggling. Mental health is every range from like super depressed and really not having a good time at all to being elated and in the happiest moments of your life. That's still part of that spectrum. And so I think fostering conversations not only in moments of crisis, but also in moments of being content, being meh, being happy, all those things. And then I think finding ways to provide community resources and support our communities, support one another. If a friend or family member or even stranger or acquaintance is struggling and doesn't know where to seek help, offering solutions, saying, hey, I can go on Psychology Today and look up therapists for you. I can find low cost or sliding scale options if typical therapeutic services aren't financially available to you or an option in your budget right now. So I obviously will take this moment to plug my own book. As I said, I did write a memoir that was released this June just details my struggles with anxiety, depression, and borderline personality disorder. But I've also found solace or help or comfort in a number of other resources. I really recommend the Back from the Borderline podcast, which is run by a woman named Molly. And she also has an Instagram handle at BPDT. And it's a really fabulous look at Molly's experience personally with borderline personality disorder. And she's really into psychology and she reads these very medicalized, just like descriptions of things in the DSM. And she takes that medical terminology and translates it to people who might not be familiar with the terminology so that it's in a way that someone who isn't very acquainted with that can understand it. Thank you so much for tuning in to my Take 5 for Mental Health. I am so thankful for the Jocelyn Center for asking me to participate. I love the tagline and just the mentality of having mental health for all. I think it's so important. I love that Jocelyn offers a sliding scale and it's a really great resource. And it's dear to my heart because I grew up in the North Shore of Chicago and I think that it's cool when someone is helping close to home. So if you want to check out more, you can go to jocelyn.org and I hope you have a great day.